Hi, welcome. Today, class, we are going to discuss about the protozoan diseases. You know what is protozoan? Protozoa are unicellular forms with a well-developed nucleus and consist of many cellular organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, etc. Some of the protozoans are very important for beneficiary aspects as well as some of the protozoans which cause the diseases for the human beings. So let us see what are the protozoans cause disease for human beings. Let us see. Nearly about 50 genus of protozoans which lives inside the human bodies as parasites and cause the diseases. Here we see one disease is called amoebiasis, which is otherwise known as amoebic colitis, caused by the trophocyte of Endomoeba histolytica. The Endomoeba histolytica is the protozoan parasites which cause the amoebiasis. The infective stage for this is called trophozoites. Here the diagram, this is the Endomoeba histolytica. So normally present in the large intestine of the human beings, which destroy the mucous membrane of the large intestines and penetrated inside the cell wall of the large intestines, and also engulf RBC and also engulf the food as the food vacuoles, which is covered with a membrane is called a plasma, lemma, etc. Normally, which is present in the large intestine, which form a trophozoites. The trophozoites engulf through the contaminated water and food through the buccal cavity and transmitted to the large intestine. In large intestine, it will be replicated multiple forms and form a disease, call it as amoebiasis. Next, we are going to see another important disease is called African sleeping sickness, caused by Trypanosoma species. There are 4 species are present, which is also a protozoan species. Normally, this parasite transmitted through one vector that is called blood-sucking flies, that is called Jedzi flies. The Jedzi, which transmit the Trypanosoma species to the human body. Normally, the Jedzi fly pierce the human body and transmit the Trypanosoma species to the human body. There are 3 important species: Trypanosoma cambiens, transmitted by Glossina pulpalis; Trypanosoma rhodensi, that is caused by Glossina marcitans; and Trypanosoma gruzi, transmitted by Driatum megista. Normally call it as Chagas disease in American, or otherwise known as American trypanosomiasis. This is very important part for the examination point of view. what is Cambian fever, what is Central African sleeping sickness, etc. So next, see another important disease is called Kala-Azar. This is otherwise known as visceral leishmaniasis, caused by Leishmania tonovani. The sandfly, which is transmitted by the Plepotomus sandfly, sand normally present in the sand, which transmits the human body, infect the endothelial cells, bone marrow, liver, limb glands, etc., which cause some other symptoms like weight loss, anemia, fever, and enlargement of spleen and liver. So this is otherwise normally this disease generally call it as Telgi boils because this disease mainly identified in the factories labor from Delhi. So this is otherwise known as Delhi boils, which cause some of the uh, symptoms occurred in the people of factory. Okay, so this is otherwise known as Delhi boils, Leishmania tonovani. Then another important parasites that is called malaria. Normally, malaria caused by three different species. Already you know, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, then Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium falciparum. In normally the malaria lives on the RBC of human beings. That condition is called trophozoites. The plasmodium transmitted by the vector is called a female Anaphylaxis mosquito. Female Anaphylaxis mosquito. So you see the diagrammatic representations. This is sporozoite. So the sporozoite is called the infective stage of the plasmodium. The sporozoites enters into the human body, then it will be converted into merozoites, then converted into oogynates, then the oogyne is formed as sporozoites in the cycle of a human being as well as in the body of Anaphylaxis mosquito. So here the life cycle of malaria. This is very important because normally malaria life cycles occurred in two different stages. So one is called asexual stage, another one is called sexual stage. Normally, asexual reproduction of plasmodium is occurred in the human body. Then sexual reproduction is occurred in the mosquito. So normally in human, the asexual reproductions occurred two different stages. One is called exoerythrocytic cycle. Another one is called endoerythrocytic cycle. Exo means outer to the RBC, right? And erythrocytic or endoerythrocytic means inside the RBCs. Normally, one mosquito bites the human being, which infects the infective stage is called sporozoites. The sporozoite circulates nearly 30 minutes in the body, human body, and goes to the liver cell. In the liver cell, it forms a certain uh, spherical structure is called a zyzon. Then zyzon is converted as ruptured and eliminated as cryptomerozoites. The cryptomerozoites infects the RBC, then it undergoes some of the changes, and again it will be transformed into merozoites. So the merozoites again attack another RBC cells and form gametocytes. The gametocytes enters into the body of mosquito. Here the gametocytes are transformed into two types. One is called male gametes, another one is called female gametes. The male gametes and female gametes joined together and form a zygote. The zygote is spherical in shape. which is non-motile in nature, then it will be transformed into the motile form, that is called eugynates. The eugnate transferred to the cell wall of the parasites. Normally, the vector Nablus mosquito enters into the cell body, then that will be transformed into oocyst, which contains many sporozoites. Them sporozoites are burst out and liberated to the body of the mosquito and transformed to the saliva, then again which infects the another healthy persons. So the formation of spores are formed. That kind of cycle is called a sporogonic cycle. So the sporogony, then formation of zyzon is called zygogony. The formation of gametocytes is called gametogony. So normally three different stages are present in malaria. One is called a sporogony cycle, another one is called a zygogony cycle, another one is called a gametogony cycle. So there are four types of malaria based on the symptoms appear. So one is called teritian malaria, another one is quadrant malaria, another one is mild teritian malaria. Then malignant malaria is this is highly dangerous. Malignant malaria is highly dangerous, which is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. So every 48 hours the symptoms will be occurred. How the symptoms is occurred, because the releasing of toxic substances from the RBC, that is called hemozoin. The hemozoin is the toxic substances which are derived from the Suffner granules. Whenever releasing these toxic substances, it gives some of the symptoms. How to prevent this? How to prevent the malaria? So we break the life cycle or transmission cycle by killing the vectors, by killing the Anopheles mosquito. How we control the mosquito? By using or by applying some of the fish inside the water, that is called Cambusia larvae or fish, which feed the mosquito larvae. So another one is the Bacillus thuringiensis. This is called one toxins extracted and sprayed to control the larva. Bacillus thuringiensis is the normally a vector controlling substances produced by biotechnologically produced. That is called Bacillus thuringiensis. Then avoid mosquito by using the nets. People are advised to use mosquito nets. So these are the preventive measures. But malaria vaccine is to prevent the malaria, but it is not one best method. So it failed. Normally, the World Health Organizations does not recommend these kind of vaccines. So normally, so this is a failure. But Zincona, from the Zincona tree, quinine is extracted from the for the treatment of malaria. The quinine is best medicine for malaria treatment. Okay. So next we see another